You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. No one is your dream.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fight back? Or will you fight back?
Alright folks, welcome back to CPW Saturday Night Fever. I'm your host Lee Boy, and I'm joined once again by none other than the macho guy, Booker G. Haha, you know what time it is, Lee Boy. We back on Fever.
Making his way to the ring from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, the television champion, Gabriel Hunter.
Right now we're set to see Gabriel Hunter, the current CPW television champion. Gabriel Hunter doesn't give up. This man has brought himself from the bottom of obscurity to become the CPW television champion. You gotta respect that, Lee Boy. You gotta put some respect on Gabriel Hunter's name. And Gabriel Hunter, the CPW television champion, here in action tonight, taking on Mr. Marvelous. And we're back here at the original CPW arena. But I know the fans must be glad that we are gracing them with our presence today here back at the CPW arena, the place where it all started. It may look different, but we are here today. Ha ha! And Gabriel Hunter looking to continue his winning ways here in CPW on Saturday Night Fever. But Mr. Marvelous, who's headed to the ring right now, has been on a losing streak. If you've been checking out CPW Unlimited, I have. Mr. Marvelous has not been doing too well. Not doing too well, he hasn't been looking marvelous since his debut, Lee Boy.
And his opponent from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, Mr. Marvelous.
Mr. Marvelous needs to chalk up a win tonight in this non-title match against the current CPW television champion, Gabriel Hunter. It's not looking too good in the standings for Mr. Marvelous. Not looking good? Again, he hasn't looked good for a while. What is this man doing? He may have a chance tonight to turn all that around, but let's see how Mr. Marvelous stacks up against the current television champion. I'm going with the champion. My money's on the champion. Gabriel Hunter now starting off the offense. Takes Mr. Marvelous to the mat. It's such a drastic approach. Gabriel Hunter, at one time in his career here in CPW, was in the same shoes Mr. Marvelous is in. And he's filling those shoes quite well with all this losing he's doing. It wasn't until Gabriel Hunter left for a bit and came back, reinvented himself. And now Gabriel Hunter is on fire. Mr. Marvelous just needs to get the wind under his sails, and I guess he doesn't lack the confidence. I'm sure it's there. As you can clearly see, doing push-ups on the back of Gabriel Hunter.
That's not gonna win the match.
And a cover now. Not even a 1 count that time.
My goodness. What is he doing?
What does Mr. Marvelous have to do tonight? Does he have to get vicious? Does he have to turn it up a bit? What are your thoughts?
I mean, that's what Gabriel Hunter did. Gabriel Hunter left, came back, and now he has the audience and the title.
And again, Mr. Marvelous goes for the cover. Able to get a 1 count that time, but the champion hangs on the vicious right hand that time. Irish whip. Gabriel Hunter on fire right now. What a drop kick to Mr. Marvelous by Gabriel Hunter.
I'm telling you, Gabriel Hunter does not play games. This is how he took the belt off of Danger.
And now a cover from Gabriel Hunter. 1 count. 1 count only.
I mean, come on. Put this scrub away, Gabriel. We got another matches to attend to.
Gabriel Hunter, throughout the course of his own career, was struggling here in CPW. But now Gabriel Hunter is the current CPW television champion after defeating William Danger to take the strap off. Wait a minute. Crossbody that time by Gabriel Hunter, but an arm drag by Mr. Marvelous.
Mr. Marvelous, you gotta turn it up.
I mean, you gotta show and prove. You have to show and prove. Gabriel Hunter knew he had to reinvent himself. He came back more fired up, more pep in his step. And now he's sitting on top as the CPW television champion.
And that's nothing to stare at, Lee boy.
Nice reversal that time by Mr. Marvelous. Mr. Marvelous definitely needs to bring the intensity here.
Pour it on.
Mr. Marvelous now has the momentum on his side and a cover. Still, Gabriel Hunter able to get the shoulder up.
See, Gabriel Hunter has been down this road before. Mr. Marvelous is just now getting
Now,
here.
Gabriel
And he
Hunter
seems like
coming
he wants
back.
to stay here. If he don't bring it in
Gabriel
this
Hunter,
matchup,
GTS.
it's going to be
Gabriel
over.
Hunter
Lee boy.
hits that GTS. Definitely working on the head of Mr. Marvelous.
Look at look what Gabriel Hunter has all the time in the world.
And now a cover. And that's all she wrote. Gabriel
Are you
Hunter
kidding me?
able to put away Mr. Marvelous. The losing streak continues.
This is pathetic.
Mr. Marvelous not able to catch a break yet here in CPW.
Lee boy, who do I have to speak to get this man's name changed? Mr. Marvelous? Come on. He's marvelous at losing.
Many times Mr. Marvelous was going for covers and Gabriel Hunter were kicking out at 1. Not even a 2 count was done.
Listen, Lee boy, I don't care what's been said about this man. He needs to change his name. He needs to take that M off his back. Okay?
And right there, the GTS put away
Here is your
Mr.
winner,
Marvelous.
Gabriel
He should change his
Hunter.
name to Mr. Mediocre. Alright?
Your winner tonight here back on CPW Saturday Night Fever, the CPW television champion, Gabriel Hunter.
This is a crying shame. Congratulations, Gabriel.
And we'll be right back after these messages. Want to learn how to support CPW? Hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button today to stay up on the latest and greatest. Hit the bell for notifications when I drop new videos on CPW. And don't forget to stay up on the latest by heading over to wearecpw.com. And we're back here on CPW Saturday Night Fever once again. Thank you for joining us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from London, England, Olivia Wilson.
Moving into our second match here, Olivia Wilson taking on Roxanne. We haven't seen Olivia Wilson in quite some time.
Olivia Wilson, the powerhouse of CPW.
We haven't seen Olivia Wilson in quite some time. She seems refreshed and ready for some action here tonight.
Ready might be an understatement.
But definitely going to have her hands full going up against the longest reigning CPW Women's Rose Champion.
Shuck it, duck it, quack, quack. Ha ha. I can't get enough.
From Houston, Texas,
what else can be said about
Roxanne.
the longest reigning champion for the women's division?
Roxanne looking to get back on winning ways. Trying to get back on that road to recapture the Women's Rose Championship. But standing in her way right now is Olivia Wilson, who's just come back, and I'm pretty sure she has something to prove.
We gonna see tonight. We gonna see
Olivia
tonight.
Wilson take down the longest reigning CPW Women's Rose Champion. Can Roxanne get a victory tonight?
Once again, my money is on the former champion. You know I gotta stick with the champions.
Irish whip into that corner. Roxanne counters. I think that's one of the main things. A lot of the female wrestlers on the roster, when they're in the ring with Roxanne, they take for granted just how smart and how fast she actually is.
When given her size, Roxanne gives a lot to the imagination when you look at her. People think she's just a pretty face and a body, but then once they step in between those ropes, she starts giving them the business.
And Olivia Wilson now, bouncing Roxanne's head on that top turnbuckle.
Look, I told you, she is the powerhouse of CPW. She's gonna do what it do.
Olivia Wilson definitely known for her strength, her size, and athleticism. A 1 count that time.
Hey, Olivia, you're gonna have to bring more to the table. Roxanne is used to putting away people like you. You're gonna have to bring it now.
The second youngest member on the roster besides Tammy Young. The British powerhouse definitely knows what it takes. But Roxanne, no slouch, as the former CPW Rose Women Champion. She's been in tough situations before.
Look at that move, Lee boy. Look at that move.
Tonight may be no different.
Oh, I guarantee it. My money is on Roxanne.
And right now, Roxanne seems to be firing on all cylinders as she's taking advantage. And Roxanne with a suplex.
Beautiful, beautiful suplex by the former champion.
As you clearly see, that took everything out of her. Olivia Wilson is not a light package. And Roxanne now pouring on the offense. She knows what it takes. She knows that she has to stay on Olivia Wilson and not let up. If she's to win this match, she tries to pick her up, but no. Olivia Wilson judged too much for Roxanne that time.
That's a big breakfast right there, Lee boy. She's gonna have to eat a Wheaties. That's a big breakfast.
The back and forth now, and Olivia kicks the legs out from underneath Roxanne. And a cover now.
Not able to get her that time, it's gonna take a little more to keep her down.
Drop kick to the back of the head by Olivia Wilson. She might be going for another cover here. One count that time.
I'm telling you, Lee boy, the resiliency of Roxanne, it comes through and pays dividends.
And Roxanne able to get up.
See what I mean?
What a knee to the face by Roxanne. And once again, Roxanne has gained control of this match.
She's putting on the pressure, Lee boy. The pressure is on.
Now wearing down Olivia Wilson.
But that's the theme of the game right here. Put the pressure on Olivia.
But Olivia now going for that arm bar as she's stretching the arm of Roxanne. But Roxanne able to maneuver and get out.
Just when you think you got her, huh?
The one thing we stress over and over when it comes to Roxanne is her resiliency. Definitely one of her key features and well known.
Well known and well strategized.
Another drop kick to the back of the head by Olivia Wilson.
She about to fold the Lee boy, look.
Olivia Wilson now folding Roxanne here. Will Roxanne tap?
Roxanne, you're gonna have to twist that body. There you go.
Roxanne went for the cover there, but it didn't go anywhere. Olivia Wilson powered out of it. Oh, nice bridging suplex that time. Not able to complete
I'll finish it for you. She wasn't able to complete that. But my goodness. The bridge on that suplex. Look, oh my Lee boy.
Oh my goodness, the power. The sheer power of Olivia Wilson as she slammed Roxanne down to the mat.
Good Lord. I'm telling you. The power that Olivia Wilson's coming with. Ooh. And again, Olivia Wilson is just getting nasty out there, Lee boy.
Olivia Wilson might be smelling blood in the water. Now sending Roxanne to the outside.
This is the area Roxanne doesn't need to be in right now. She done suffered suplex after suplex from Olivia. She needs to recuperate. She needs to get back in the ring.
And Roxanne with the reversal. Both women definitely got to get back into the ring. Power slam right there by Olivia Wilson. Roxanne took her for granted that time and received a power slam for her trouble.
I hate to say this, Lee boy, it's looking bad. Roxanne, it's looking real bad for you, sweetie. You better get up. You gotta do something. You gotta dig down.
And Olivia Wilson hits it. Olivia Wilson puts away Roxanne. My goodness. Olivia Wilson definitely did not come to play tonight, returning here on CPW.
I did not see that coming, Lee boy. I really thought Roxanne had this.
Roxanne, the former CPW Women's Rose Champion, was unable to put away Olivia Wilson.
Hey, Olivia Wilson, she showed up. She brought her A game. After that, she's definitely earned her stripes.
Right there, this bridging suplex, beautifully executed. But right there, the power on full display from Olivia Wilson.
Here is your winner, Olivia Wilson.
Olivia Wilson definitely putting the women's locker room on notice. She is back.
Going for burgers, just can't wait. Those crispy fries will sure taste great.
I can top that.
Riding high on super wheels, headed for a super meal. Frosty shakes and burgers with french fries on the side. Frosty shakes and burgers with french fries on the side.
Welcome back, folks. If you've been keeping up on CPW Unlimited, Tony Sika and Mondo Sika, formerly of Team Havoc, have been going through their back and forth. Tony Sika went buck wild on his brother Mondo and received a $5,000 suspension for hitting the referee with a bat.
Well, you know what, Lee boy? You can't be going around hitting
Making
referees.
his way to the ring from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 265 pounds, the Samoan Bruiser Tony.
Tony Sika unapologetic for his actions toward the referee and his brother. Tonight put into a match against another big athlete, the varsity squad's own Rakamsi.
You know what? That's good for him, Lee boy. I hope Rakamsi get him.
Tony Sika set to take on his brother Mondo at the upcoming Aftershock pay-per-view. But tonight he's gonna have to get over the mountain that's known as
And his
Rakamsi.
opponent, from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 349 pounds, the Beast, Rakamsi.
The big man's back, haha.
Rakamsi has been on fire since his return back here on CPW. A whole bunch of returns here on CPW. We're returning on Saturdays. But right now, Rakamsi taking on Tony Sika.
I hope Rakamsi shows him the waffle drop.
This could be an implosion waiting to happen in itself with these two big colossal men. What is your take on this, Booker G? What's going on here with these two men?
What's going on, Lee boy, is that Tony Sika is going to get the beating of his life courtesy of Rakamsi. Okay, that's
Wait
what's
a
going to
minute.
happen. Wait,
Mondo Sika comes down to ringside.
haha! Mondo Sika is in the building. Tony Sika, right now, bricks must be forming in his rear.
Mondo Sika coming down to ringside, I guess, to get a closer look of his matchup with Rakamsi.
Listen, Mondo Sika is here to keep his brother in check, alright? Tony Sika can't be running wild and doing all the things that he wants to do. He doesn't want to be part of Team Havoc. He doesn't want nothing to do with his brother. So be it. Mondo, do your thing.
A cover now. Rakamsi starting off this offense.
Come on, Rakamsi, get up.
And now Tony Sika seems to be the one in charge.
See, Tony Sika has a problem, and tonight it just might be rectified.
Tony Sika, I'm not gonna lie, looks like he's in the best shape of his life right now since leaving Mondo of Team Havoc.
Lee boy, please.
Running STO by Rakamsi. And Tony Sika on the outside.
Did you see that? Did you see how fast Tony Sika ran back into the ring?
I noticed he didn't bother to even look at his brother as he ran right back into the ring.
You know why? Cause he's scared. Tony Sika is scared of his brother Mondo.
Definitely gonna be a methodical pace match. Tony Sika might turn on the intensity a little bit. Might speed up the pace just ever so slightly, but I do believe these behemoths in this ring. Tony Sika, what a monkey flip. And Rakamsi, in a bad way, gets sent to the outside. Again, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. As you saw Tony Sika go for that cover on the outside. What a right hand by Rakamsi. Tony Sika dropped to one knee.
Rakamsi has the power. If anybody in CPW can keep up with Tony Sika, it's definitely gonna be Rakamsi.
And Rakamsi now, just on a brutal offense, but Tony Sika maybe showing some signs of life.
Signs of life? I don't think so.
Blocked by Rakamsi again. Rakamsi's right hand has been finding its mark.
Rakamsi out here looking like Tyson. Ha ha. Rakamsi, let it fly right into the post.
Rakamsi definitely feel like he's on fire here. Oh my goodness! Tony Sika returns the favor by sending Rakamsi right into the post.
Listen, Tony Sika, since breaking up with his brother, I don't know what he's trying to prove. Maybe he's trying to prove to his brother or the fans or whatever. He has a mean streak. Tony Sika needs to be stopped.
Right on those steel steps, Tony Sika drops Rakamsi face first on those steel steps. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. DDT by Tony Sika. Rakamsi shakes it off.
Here it
going
goes.
For the waffle drop.
Waffle drop, baby.
Rakamsi hits the waffle drop.
Beautiful, beautiful. Keep it coming, Rakamsi. Keep it coming.
Might be looking to hit that cannon buster. Rakamsi picks
Here it
it
is, Lee boy.
Cannon buster on the outside. Will he go for the cover right here?
This is it.
What happened to the referee?
Hot damn it, where's the referee?
Tony
What
Sika
happened to
kicked
the
out.
ref? Did he?
We don't know what's become of the referee.
Cannon buster.
Reversal now, suplex by Rakamsi.
Rakamsi, he's not giving up. He can take everything Tony's
And
throwing
again,
at him.
Rakamsi has been letting that right hand do all the talking this match.
Listen, when you're that size, when you're that big, when you got that kind of power, you don't need to do a lot of fancy moves, Lee boy. You just get in there and you fight.
I'm sure fatigue is definitely going to settle in. Rakamsi again, slamming Tony Sika down on the outside.
Rakamsi needs to get him back in the ring.
And Rakamsi, once again, sends Tony Sika into the post. My goodness, again. Rakamsi says that's it. 2, only able to get a 2 count that time. Not enough to put away Tony Sika.
Oh, it's gonna be enough, Lee boy. You just keep watching.
Again, Rakamsi with that right hand and a stomp.
I'm telling you, Lee boy, Rakamsi, he could smell it. He could feel it. He's gonna break Tony Sika tonight.
Against the side of the apron, Rakamsi putting on an offensive clinic, but Tony Sika would not let up.
Oh my
Rakamsi
goodness.
unable to pick up Tony Sika.
Rakamsi, he just
Tony
collapsed
Sika
right
now
there.
has Rakamsi up. Samoan drop.
Rakamsi is looking bad. It's looking bad, Kamsi.
Tony Sika hits the rolling Death Valley driver.
Kick out.
What a 2 count only. Rakamsi able to get that shoulder up in the nick of time.
Look, Rakamsi. He's been dominating this match, but right now Tony Sika is getting the momentum.
Now Tony Sika, pretty sure he feels the momentum is in his favor. Exchanges back and forth.
Come on, Rakamsi.
Tony Sika feeling it. Wait a minute, Mondo Sika's in, and Mondo hits Tony Sika.
Mondo couldn't take it anymore.
This match is thrown out.
Tony Sika wins by default, but Mondo just couldn't take it.
The match is thrown out. Mondo Sika is in, and he's taking it to his brother. The bad blood is boiling over.
Mondo Sika, he said he's not waiting for Aftershock. He's getting in there now and putting the punishment on his brother Tony.
Mondo Sika, what is he doing? Second rope. Headbutt. I know they said no love lost, but right now, where is the love? Tony Sika is being manhandled by his brother.
Look, Lee Boy, there is no love, and we're running out of time.
Once again, these two men are going to go head-to-head at the Aftershock pay-per-view. And that's all the time we have, folks. We'll catch you next time on CPW Saturday Night Fever. I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn.